The commute home. Woohoo. It's been raining whilst I've been in work today. Didn't realise it was sunny when I looked out the window earlier, and yeah, it's been raining. So just looking at my options, and oddly enough, the M50 is not one of them. So we're gonna go old school, go the urban route. I don't often say that, but it's given me two options, and neither of them are the M50. So I can only assume, well, it's not worth it. I find when it rains, the people drive a lot slower, especially on the motorway. So I suppose this is going to make sense. Yeah, we'll see how we get on, I suppose. You know? So, company I work for, we have one of the senior leaders over from EMEA. So it's quite nice that I think our jobs are secure. It's well, it was a takeover. We've been took over. Let's not beat around the bush. But there was no presence for the company that was taking us over in Europe, so there isn't that much duplication. Though, as is always the case in these things, where there is duplication, they will be looking to remove it. Well, it is what it is. But yeah, I've often wondered what it takes to become someone in that position, and how you get there. And I've known quite a few senior leaders now over the years, and yeah, I don't think it'll ever happen to me. Happen, yeah, as if it just happens to you, you know. I just feel that. I don't know, I'm probably very good at it. I've got some really good ideas, but it's just, you have to be able to talk. I can talk, can't I? Yeah, I can talk, but I can now. I couldn't when I was younger, so yeah, maybe it's something I should think about. Obviously, I couldn't apply for a position because the first thing they ask you is experience, isn't it? You know, that's something I wouldn't have now. Manager of managers, leader of leaders, leaders of men. Yeah, I don't know if that's me really. I've got some great experience though, the good, the bad and the ugly. I've seen all sorts now, all sorts of managers, micro managers, technical managers, non-technical managers. Yeah, I've seen the full gamut. I've never had a really, really good one. Maybe my standards are set a little bit too high. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe the standards should be coming down a bit. I think some of the best managers I've had were the ones who leave me alone and let me get on with the job and don't be on at me, you know. I don't like bureaucracy. I don't like being told what to do. I think most people are the same. I don't think that's an unusual trait. As I get older, I want that less and less. I'm well able to work on my own initiative. I can troubleshoot and problem solve just about anything really. I think in different roles, lack of respect for people is quite isn't good. I certainly felt in roles a lack of respect. I know that might sound a bit hawky, you know, but just sometimes when you know your stuff and everything else, it's nice to be treated with a bit of respect and to be trusted as well. And I think trust is always a mutual thing with a company. And some companies, well, they make you feel like they have to have this rule book, you know, ways they can discipline you basically. And I don't like that. You know, I mean, there might be a minority of people, and you know, to be honest, I've met very few who might take the mick, who might not work how they should, who might not be doing what they should. I've heard of all that, you know, I've seen all that, but it's not very common. I think most people are very trustworthy and they are very hard working. It's unfortunate a company might seek to create a discipline type book. I mean, they call it all sorts of things, the employee handbook and all the rest of it. But generally speaking, it's a list of the obvious things they might discipline you for, up to and including dismissal. There's also a nice little caveat that they might skip parts of the process if they feel like it. I mean, they don't say if they feel like it, but I mean, the company's discretion, well, that's if they feel like it, isn't it? So it can be used in many, many different ways to punish you. I mean, we like to think that in this country, in Ireland, in Europe, in the UK, well, Ireland and the UK now is different than the rest of Europe when it comes to employees' rights and stuff like that, and employment laws. Maybe not as bad as America, not as good as Europe, you know. And there isn't that many protections for an employee. You know, if a company wants to get rid of you, it's very easy. I don't know why you'd even follow the disciplinary procedure. It probably only comes out if you've been with the company a long time, you know. Maybe then it's of some use and they want to avoid paying you redundancy. And I do notice that when senior people, directors and the like, when they, you know, need to be removed, it's always done in a much nicer fashion. You know, normally with a golden handshake, unless a crime has been committed, of course. But yeah, and it's always to go to spend time with a family, and you know. But for the individual contributors, the bulk of the employees, then it's always this punishment book, and it always has the caveat that there's other stuff. It's not exhaustive. There could be other stuff we might want to get you on, like if we feel like it, you know. Even maybe use just so that you leave of your own accord, you know. And I do understand the realities of a company and a business and how much it costs to employ people and everything else. It's a huge expense, you know. But the reality is companies still need people. They need people to do work for them. You know, it might not be coal mining, but and it's usually sat at a desk, typing on a computer. But they need people to do it, you know. And providing they're profitable enough and the numbers work out, you know, yeah. But I have seen the disciplinary procedures in action in companies, and it's not very nice. I've seen it where companies have lied using it, and that's a big concern for me, how any company would behave in that fashion. But they did it because they could, you know. They did it because they could. And, you know, that's how they do business, and that's how some companies do it. They know they'll never be brought to task over it. Most employees will just leave. Yeah, it's interesting, alright. And then there are those companies who are absolutely amazing to work for, who, you know what, you never need read the handbook, the policy book, the employee book, the disciplinary procedure book, whatever you want to call it. And they're a joy to work for, and they really care about their employees, and they go to the nth degree to look after them. And they're out there, these companies. So I suppose if you listen to this now and you're somewhere where that's not the case, believe me, they're out there. Not everywhere, but they're out there.